Hello everyone and welcome to another Digimon card game booster box unboxing video. This time I'm going to be unboxing two boxes of the 11th set for the Digimon card game, which is called Dimensional Phase, and as we can see by the front, it is going to be looking at mainly Digimon Re Digitise, I think it is, characters. I've not played it. I do own it, but I've never actually played it. You'll also notice that I'm unboxing two boxes rather than my usual one and doing it in two videos, just because I think I'll just try doing one video for this for the set to see how that goes. But yep, so we have our promo card, and also a bit different from normal, I'm going to be starting off with the promo cards this time. Not just because I almost forget every time, but just because to change things up a little bit. So our first card is the adorable Vmon and Rena eating some meat. That's a cute card. I do like that. It is very nice. And I may as well also take this card out as well. And I'll put that at the bottom for now. And I'll try not to disturb the light box too much by shifting around boxes. And I'll make everyone nervous by opening packs like this. I have not cut a card in half yet. And then there is Cutemon being, as the name would imply, very cute. Now with that out of the way, let's get down to these booster packs and let's play our favourite game of how quickly can I run out of space. Which usually the answer is very quickly, because I'm very disorganised in my pile making when I'm doing these booster pack openings. A cool art of Vamdemon there. Good Airdramon. I think I'll put my option cards at the back here. There we are. And then there's our new Digimon, Greymon X Antibody, but he's the blue variant. So that's one of the newest Digimon, which is kind of cool. We have Vegemon feeding the Tyrannomon, that's pretty cool. Dracomon hanging out with the baby Digimon versions of him, the baby forms, so Petitemon and Baby Demon, or Baby Domon as the English version now says. And of course we get our memory counter, which is no longer done in the English releases, but is still being done in the Japanese releases at least. It's still a shame that they're not doing it in the English releases, you know. I think they're kind of cool, especially for me, because I happen to use them as kind of like separators for my collection. That's a really cool Mad Leomon. So we've also got Digimon that appeared in Cross Wars in this set as well. And we have Mireille and the player 2 side of the memory counter. And we've got Palmon looking adorable, as Palmon tends to be. I feel like most sets have Palmon, oh that's really cool art, have Palmon in it for this card game, so that's pretty cool. And we've got Rust Tyrannomon. And another memory counter. People tell me that I should play Re Digitise, and as I mentioned I do own the 3DS version. I think I actually also own the PSP version, I can't remember. But that's another reference to the game that I'm talking about that I haven't played, and that's from Digimon World 2003, which is very good and I have not nostalgia for. But yeah, people often tell me that I should play, I'm pretty sure that layout is also Digimon World 2, I think. But I should, there's another one from Digimon World 2003. Anyway, I'll finish this sentence one day. People often tell me that I should play Re Digitise and Decode, I think is the updated version for the 3DS, but I'm not super into the, Madoki Betamon, who is the fake Betamon, that's what it's called. But yeah, I'm not really into that game mechanic of being a virtual pet, but also a Digimon game. It's just not for me. I find that it's kind of annoying that I have to grind so much and train it. And then every time my Digimon dies, which is just what they do, be it from injuries or care mistakes or old age, that you kind of get punished by this and you have to go back to them being an egg again and re-raise them all again. Like that part always kind of annoyed me about it. Like it was like a punishment and then I would have to grind a lot, and I don't know why I have, oh, that's my yellow pile as well as my tamer pile apparently, which is combined. But yeah, it's not a game that I'm particularly interested in playing. Oh, that's cool. I do like that. And it's just not for me. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I'm not saying that it can't be enjoyable. I'm just saying that for me personally, the Digimon World games, which are virtual pets with adventure aspects, are not particularly enjoyable for me because I just don't like the grind. That's like the opening of Digimon World 2003. Digimon World 2003 is a good game because that's the type of game that I do like. I do like when the games aren't the virtual pet ones, when they're more the RPG adventure games. But again, that's just me. I'm not saying that you can't like the virtual pet games. I love virtual pets, I just don't like them in my video games. I like them when they're like little keychain ones. And also, it just sets you back when you're in the adventure mode, doing things and completing quests and completing the story, and then every time your Digimon reverts to Digitama, you have to pause your progress basically, because you'll have to train your Digimon to get back up to the level you were at before, which can take some time because you'll have to grind, you'll have to get the requirements in, you'll have to get the stats in, you'll have to get the battles in and make sure it's good, and you have to spend all your time doing that. And then once your Digimon is back to probably Mega again, you can then resume your progress on the actual game. That is fantastic art. And that's what I don't like about the game. Because it feels like it just pauses, you have to stop your progress. Imagine if every time you die in a video game, because it's not that it's even your fault when they do die, because they do just die of old age and they revert to Digitama. That's kind of like the mechanic of virtual pets. They all kind of leave eventually, and that's fine. And you raise a new Digimon or Tamagotchi or whatever. That's also really, really, really nice art. But yeah, it's just annoying for me. I do enjoy Next Order in terms of the story and the gameplay. I do enjoy that. But I just found that it was too hard to continue every time my Digimon died, because I just had to restart, and then there's a lot of grinding, as I said, just to get those requirements. And I mean, it's a lot easier than the first Digimon game, which some of the requirements took you like entirely too long. Oh good, there's the foil version of the one that I opened at the start. That's cool. But not that it's wrong to like those games or anything, it's just it's not for me. But yeah, as I said, it's still a lot better than, it's still an improvement of the first Digimon World game, which it felt really punishing, and also there were and weren't megas in the first Digimon World. There were in the case that there was Phoenixmon, that's a mega level Digimon, and Hercules Kabuterimon, those are both mega level Digimon, but they were listed as perfects because perfects didn't really exist yet. They did in the terms of those Digimon, yep, those Digimon existed, but in terms of what they were listed as in the game is that they were perfects, because megas didn't really debut until like the Pendulum. That's when they were called megas. I love Airdramon so much. I'm gonna have to keep that to the side to go into my Airdramon collection. But yeah, I just prefer the Cyber Sleuth, the Digimon World 2003 kind of game. I did start Digimon World 2002. Digimon World 2, I do have it on for my Japanese PlayStation 1. I bought that when I was in Japan, and I need to do some videos on the Pocket Station functionality, because that game, I have Penmon in the wrong pile, and my piles have somewhat had started to merge as always. But yeah, I will eventually do some Pocket Station stuff and go back to Digimon World 2 because it's pretty fun. And again, I do like how the first 3 Digimon World games are all different in genre. Digimon World 1's the virtual pet raiser. Digimon World 2's kind of like a dungeon crawler, I think is the genre. It's like I just say a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's another wrong pile. Jeez, I'm terrible. And then there's, of course, Digimon World 2003, which is my personal favourite, which is your standard RPG and adventure. It's very similar to Pokemon. It's the most Pokemon any Digimon game has been. And by which I mean they effectively have you fight gym leaders and progress through a game. But then it does change from there. There is an evil faction, but it's kind of like... It's a little bit different from Pokemon at least. But it's probably the most similar to Pokemon that Digimon has been. And then, of course, there's the DS games, which are story games, and that's when it started to really diverge into stories. And, oh, I forgot Digimon World 4 existed, or Digimon World X, as it's called in Japan, which is really weird that we didn't call it Digimon World X in Australia, because we didn't get Digimon World 2. And we called Digimon World 3 Digimon World 2003 because we didn't get a 2, so you can't just go 1 and then 3. But we did, however, have a Digimon World 4, which is always kind of weird to me. The fact that we got 1, 2003, and 4. That's not how you can... Actually, well, Digimon World 1 wasn't even called Digimon World 1. It was called Digimon World. So we have Digimon World 2003, and then we have me being confused about piles. And then we have, so Digimon World 2003, and Digimon World 4. That's not how you count. So that was always weird. But yeah, and then, yeah, so the DS games, those were also RPG adventure kind of games, similar to Digimon World 2003. And then we had, the fighting games like Rumble Arena. We had, I know I'm forgetting a bunch of Pocket Station games, like, and Japanese exclusive games like the... Oh, what was it called? I did a video on it very early on. We have like an extra controller, and it's a really weird controller, and you have like mini games from the first 3 seasons. It's called like something Park. I don't know. We have that game, but I'm not counting the Japanese exclusive necessarily. You do have the racing game on the Game Boy Advance, and of course the Wonder Swan games. But yeah, so I'm mainly talking about the ones that more people would know about. But yeah, so I do like how so many Digimon games do have the different genres, the different mechanics, especially just in the first 3 alone. Those ones are fairly different. And I will go back to Digimon World 2 eventually. I'm forever sad that we didn't get Digimon World 2 in Australia though. Or in Europe in general. It never got a PAL release. I have a few comics from the Digimon magazine releases which I collect, and there's one in particular that's really kind of sad because it's talking about how Digimon World 2 is coming out soon, and it makes me really sad because it never did in either UK or Australia, which is where I have magazines from. One day I'll have a full collection of those magazines though, one day. I just need to I don't know if I need to go to more like op shops and secondhand sales and stuff. Just looking around for them because they don't come up particularly often. When they do, they're cheap at least, so they're not like expensive rare, they just don't pop up. And I do love that art. I also haven't finished Next Order. I think I'm close to finishing Next Order. I was streaming it on the YouTube channel like 2 years ago, I think. And I was doing that pretty regularly, but then I just stopped. It's not like I didn't enjoy the game. As I said, again, that's the world reference. We have the Doctor healing the little Digimon, who is also one of my favourite Digimon, by the way. And that needs to go in my Palmon collection, because I love Palmon. Ooh, that's... I got a secret! I don't often get secrets, but I did this time! It's Ragunamon from Digimon World 2003, I think. I also never finished Digimon World 2003. It just got too hard for me. And now my disc won't work because it's old, so it just takes like an hour to load one battle. so I just can't be bothered with that. So what I ended up doing was I ended up copying the BIOS from my PlayStation, copying the contents of the disc, copying the contents of my memory card, and putting it on my computer, because that's I didn't want to like pirate the game because I owned it and I wanted to use the same save, and I was just like, this is the closest. Oh, good, Mugendramon. Also looking cool. Hope I get a second one of that so he can go in my Mugendramon collection. And that's the first box in record time, trying to keep this under half an hour. So wish me luck, I guess. But yeah, one of the reasons why I'm doing 2 boxes in one video rather than 2 videos with 1 box each is also because there's so many things coming out in the next, like, well, for the rest of the year. It just was kind of hard to organise how things should be released. And it's Analog Man, looking like the house in, is that an option or a Tamer card? Tamer. Looking like the house in Fallout New Vegas. But yeah, so there's so many things coming out in the next few months, and also I want to do videos that aren't unboxing, so I want to do topic videos covering, I don't know, thoughts about the franchise, and thoughts about Digimon and stuff like that. Just those fun ones that I've been doing, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was just doing every single video that I have been, so I needed to find ways to cut down on the unboxings, and some of those were combining this video. So instead of 2 videos, it's 1, but I'm still trying to keep it in under half an hour. But if I'm too fast for you, YouTube has a wonderful feature where you can actually change the speed of a video, so you can actually slow it down if I'm too fast for you. But I do apologise if I am too fast. And my piles are just combining, but that's future me problem. Hope I get a double of the Mugendramon just so I can go in my Mugendramon collection. Ah, Penmon. I know I mention this literally every time I unbox a box for the card game, but I love how this card game is such a, like, love letter to the franchise. Like, it's got aspects from all over the franchise. It's got aspects of the video games, the virtual pets, the anime, even the video games that weren't as well known it's got references to. I love Digimon, he's just so cute. I've got so much nostalgia for him as well, though, to be fair. So yeah, there's just a few things about that, like, it's just a nice card game, and the art's really nice. It feels like it's for fans, by fans, basically. It just feels very, I don't know, it feels like they love the series. That's an adorable Tokomon, being adorable, probably in Digimon's house. I think this is also another World 1 reference. But yeah, I've not finished Digimon World 2003. I have put like 200 hours into it. I really loved the game as a kid, but it is very grind heavy, but it's very long. One day I'll finish it. Digimon again, yay! And I never finished Digimon World 1 as a kid either. It was just too hard. That's cool. I think that's that might be a... I'm going to keep that to the side because I think that might be an alt art, but just, I know I go through this every time, whereas like, is that an alt art or is it just really pretty? And I think that happens every time I unbox something. I'm hoping that I get the second secret, because I always have problems getting one of the secrets, and it's always the more expensive one. Like, I never open the expensive secret. I always open the cheap secret. The cheapret, if you will. And I feel like the only cards I'm missing from any of the sets are secrets. And it's always, like, I always open one, and it's not the expensive one. I'd much rather, like, there's always like a cheap secret that is like, I don't know, less than $10, and then there's like one that's $50. I'm like, oh, okay, I really would like to complete my collection, but I can't. And again, that's mainly what I do with the card game. I have a few decks, but I don't really play them. So I just mainly collect the cards because they're really pretty. And apparently my device is too hot, so I'm sorry, phone, it is almost summer. So I should probably try to wrap this up. Great art, and I think that's Mamimon and Mameo/Hero. He used to be called Hero, I swear, but I can never find where he was called Hero. Oh god, there's so many booster packs left, and yet my phone is telling me it's hot. I'm sorry, please do not stop the recording video, please, I'll cry. Hey, I think that must be an alt art, right? I don't know, I can never tell, but I'll put it to the side just in case. It's very nice though. I'm trying to time, but I'm having trouble opening plastic. Love Madoki Betamon. Where's my green pile? I remember when I first started doing these, like years ago on YouTube, with I think it was the Atmon card game and the Battle Spirits one. I think, actually no, it would have been the Atmon one first. I used to like pre-cut the cards, and that was honestly helpful. That's cool. Still reminds me of Ultras mode though from Colin. And honestly, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should still pre-cut them. Like, it's not like I would open the cards first or anything. I would just kind of snip them and then put them to the side. But since somebody was suspicious because suspicious of me rather, because I happened to open a pack like slightly off camera. Apparently, like, even though I didn't open anything good, they were like, hey, you shouldn't do that because people will think that you're just stuffing cards. I'm like, why would I do that? I'm still, like, bewildered by that. Like, you know, if I wanted to, I have the ability to pause the recording. Like, that is something that I can do. And with tactful editing, I could probably make it look like things came out of the decks and cards. That is great art. It is very cute. But yeah, so I wouldn't want people to think that I'm, like, stuffing cards. Which still makes no sense, because I'd still need the cards to begin with. So I guess it's not like the case of, like, in Magic the Gathering, like, I'm not going to open, like, a Black Lotus or something. Snip, snip, snip. I don't think I've opened up I'm not sure if I've opened up an alt art yet, but I definitely haven't opened a secret. And every so often I'm checking to see if my video is still recording or not because of the aforementioned heat problem. Because that did happen once and that was annoying, but I managed to kind of save it. I was able to see, like, within, like, half a pack where it was, so I was able to kind of edit it in. It's not too bad. I know, I do see an actual alt art in this. That's pretty cool though. Hanging out with his Galmon, with Togemon in the background. That's pretty, yeah, that's definitely the old art because it feels like it. And, yeah, that's a tamer. So those ones are actual cards, so just pretty ones. And I've just sort of thrown them on the pile. Like, that's future me's problem. That's approximately where I need them to be. Always cool art of Amdamon and Garurumon. That's also really nice art. I swear one day I'll play this card game, but for now, man, the art's pretty. Another reason why I want to keep this video under half an hour is because I'm on my lunch break. Obviously I'm working from home today, that's why I've got my light box and set up to record. Oh man, I really hope that the secret that I opened is the expensive secret, so it doesn't, I don't have to consider whether or not I should spend $50 to complete my collection of this set and Tekkamon. Such a forgotten Digimon because it was only on the version 6 Digimon original, which luckily I have. But yeah, it's not on anything else, I'm fairly certain, which is kind of sad. Unless it was put on like a Pendulum 20 or Pendulum Z or something and I just haven't been paying attention, but I'm fairly certain it was only on the version 6. So it's a CE, Southeast Asia and Australia exclusive. That's cool art. Hercules Carbuteriumon X. Neato. And the last 2 cards, and my phone's still recording, so that's cool and fun. But apparently I've forgotten how to open plastic, so maybe I'll still run out of time. But I've got 1 pack after this, so maybe I'll be okay. Kodomon, another Digimon World 2003 reference. I'm loving the Digimon World 2003 references. And lucky last. And there we go, throw that away. Ogremon, interestingly not the X antibody variant, who I think actually might look cooler. Grappleomon, the one I had in Digimon World 2003, and Eravidramon for our last one. And that's it for BT11. Let me know your thoughts about this set and roast me for not knowing anything about the card game in the comments below. Like this video because I managed to keep this video in under 30 minutes, so go me. Subscribe if you haven't already because I do talk about Digimon a lot, so if you enjoyed my commentary at all, check out the rest of my videos, subscribe, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!